You may be thinking, why am I staring at this peach? Well, it all started 4 months ago. You see, I'm a software engineer, and fortunately I get to work from home a lot. But there's always work, deadlines to meet. Sometimes I escape the madness, but most of the time, I didn't. And when I wasn't working, I'd be staring at my phone, television, or surfing the web for research. But one day, I came across this video.
My dear Howard, the problem with today's youth is critical thinking. They sit around staring at these screens while their brain fizzles away. What they must do is memorize poetry. They must breathe the sonnets of Shakespeare. They must bang the drum of Whitman. Out of their mouths must fly the words of Dickinson, Blake, and Eliot.
That was it. I, Theodore Whitlock, was going to memorize poetry. I thought I would start with some shorter, easier poems, but fuck it. I decided to go big. The first poem I was going to memorize was the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Why? Well, it was big, 140 lines to be exact, and I read it back in senior year of high school, and there were always bits and pieces that kinda stayed with me, so I thought I would give it another go. So how to memorize a poem? Is there a secret 5-step method to learn poems fast? I wish. Instead, it's boring, repetitive, hard work. Say if I was brushing my teeth, I would say to myself, I should have been a pair of ragged claws. And I would say it again. I should have been a pair of ragged claws. And again, I should have been a pair of ragged claws. And again, I should have been a pair of ragged claws. And again, and again, and again, until I had it memorized. Then I would go to the next line, scuttling across the floors of silent seas. And you keep building up line after line after line, stanza after stanza, over days, weeks, and months, until it's inside you. And one day you think you have it all down, so you decide to start from the beginning of the poem to the end, and you finally make it. So what do you do next? Buy some gin, of course. And that's when I saw her. I'd seen movers here last week, but I had not seen her till now. And she reads poetry. We could talk Blake, Dickinson, or Shelley, or... First impressions aren't everything, but there would be time for me to meet her again. And when I did, I would make that leap. But I couldn't stop thinking about her. Instead of learning a new poem, I daydream about her. I had to meet her. But how? Do I walk up to her door and just knock? No, I'd look like a fool. But what could I do? It kept bugging at me until I remembered something. It was something I read that if you write down your hopes and dreams before you fell asleep, the universe would conspire to fulfill them. And a week later, I had my chance. And in short, I was afraid. I had become proof rock. I mean, I couldn't even eat this fucking peach. Something had to change. So I started searching.
All right, look, it's a fact that men generate 1,500 sperm per second. Thus, nature created men to spread our seed to many different women.
There was some biological advice.
In order for a woman to need you, you must bring her below you, but subtly.
Communication tools. And then there was KetoMan.
Hey fellow Ketosians, on today's video, let's get to the beef of the matter. What you Padawans always ask is, how do I get the girl? Do I rip off my shirt and show off my six-pack abs? Or do I drop poetic one-liners like, it is the East, and Julia is the sun? The answer is no. What you do is you change your sugary mind to a keto mind. You stop eating donut thoughts like, she'll never go out with me. And instead, you snack on today's beef jerky. Cazzo amico. What does that mean? It's Italian for fuck carbs. So whenever you get those negative lucky charms in your head, you stop what you're doing and you interrupt that thought by saying cazzo amico 3 times. And then you can sprinkle on that last piece of bacon. Fortune favors the bold.
KetoMan was right. Fuck proof rock, fuck T.S.Eliot, and fuck poetry. To win the woman next door, I needed keto mind. And six-pack abs. Every morning, when I didn't want to get out of bed, I got those negative lucky charms out of my mind. Each morning, I'd do 50 push-ups and I'd increase by 10 each week. Then core work. Cardio was mandatory, 5 days a week. And weights, 3 times a week. And then there was the keto diet. I wasn't a fan, but one must suffer for love. But while I was changing my body, I started to develop a keto mind. I actually started saying no to people who always handed off their work to me. But most importantly, I started to visualize my success. And today, June 16th, I was going to walk up to her door and ask her out. I wouldn't just dare to eat a peach. I was going to have my peach cobbler and eat it fucking too. Cazzo amico, fortune favors the bold. Cazzo amico, fortune favors the bold. Cazzo amico, fortune favors the bold. I should have been a pair of ragged claws, scuttling across the floors of silent seas. And indeed, there will be time for her to break up with him. There will be time. There will be time. There will be time. To meet a new woman at a yoga class. To maintain a work-life balance. To start a diet. To read Bishop, Wright, and Stevens. To sing a song of love. There will be time. There will be time. There will be time. Till human voices wake us, and we drown.